supposed to be able to copy
Correct.
by form. If this character hasn't been moved or placed this turn, choose a standard opposing character within 4 squares in line of fire that has not been chosen by this effect this turn. Both players roll a d6. If your result is higher, place the scroll infiltrator and the chosen character in each other's squares. That is cool.
So switch them.
So within 4 squares, you know, you both roll. You make your opponent roll d6. You roll 1, 2, and it's a free action. So if it misses, you lose nothing. And then if you get higher, boom, you break your opponent's positioning, and now you got scroll in there.
Perfect. Perfect. I can see so many uses for that.
20 points. He's
Yeah.
got the scroll team ability, which is awesome because not only does it give him shape change at all times, but if he already has shape change on his dial, which he does, it increases the result of his shape change by +1. So basically, if he gets a 4, 5, or 6, he succeeds in the shape change. So that's going to be really annoying. And he has super senses, so he has that in case the shape change fails.
Yeah, if he fails, he can still roll.
So super senses, what that does is if the attack does succeed, if you roll a 5 or 6, you can evade the attack. This guy is annoying, and I
It's
love
gonna
it.
be great.
He's
That's
annoying.
your kind
I
of.
love it.
That's your kind of quick.
Yeah, he's annoying, and I love it.
That's our Joker thug.
Oh yeah. And he ignores hindering terrain for movement, and he has stealth like on his first 2 clicks. So he's gonna be hiding in the shadows, waiting for you to get close, and then switch places with you. That's really cool.
And it's going to totally mess up everything you're doing because I'm going to make it to where you're not beside your Fantastic Four people for your bonuses.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you
Break
start
them.
isolating everybody.
Yeah, breaking them out. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a cool way to show his ability.
Question. Here's my question, though. He's here. He's within 4 of him.
Yes.
Another one was in 4 of him. This guy's action. He goes, switches these 2, right?
Sure.
Okay. Then, this guy's first action. He switches. Viable?
Why is he switching?
Well, if it was a scroll infiltrator.
Oh, yeah, you could.
So literally, you could.
yeah,
You can just pull them all the way back.
We're just getting that
That's
right
if you
away,
got a, like
right
a team,
away.
Yeah,
'cause
we got a team of skull.
you see what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
Kree, I saw what you're doing before you did it.
So, time to pull you guys out of there. Put one up there with a super scroll. Pull everybody else away.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, where'd my buddy go? Yeah, it can happen for real. And that's a really good tactic to use against support pieces.
It's like, what happened to Thing? He's gone.
Because
don't worry, I got
people try to keep their support pieces in the back row. And if you can pull that support piece like all the way into the danger zone without like invading into his like heavy attackers, you'll mess up your opponent's strategy big time.
And if you lose a 20-point piece. Who cares?
Exactly.
It's like a free TK to force them.
Now we got X23. So I'm gonna pull out.
Yeah, pull her back out. Wolverine.
Where?
She's right there, right behind she thing.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
So this is Wolverine when she takes on the mantle of Wolverine right now when old man Logan was around. We currently have our good old regular Logan back from the dead, so we don't need her anymore. But she is.
But she's there now.
She's
here.
there.
She's around now.
You know, and
She's like in the group with.
they even gave her the foot claws. Like that's a really good detail because Laura Kinney, she has the 2 hand claws, but she has 2 foot claws as well.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Isn't she like running around with like America's and them right now?
I'm not sure what she's doing right now.
Well,
Probably some
Miles
sort of
Morales
female
groups and
team group.
Totally Awesome Hulk and Squirrel Girl.
No, I'm not
The
one
Marvel
to ask.
Now series, what are they called?
I'm not the one to ask. I have no idea. I'm horrible. I keep up with DC Comics more than Marvel. Marvel's too. I love Marvel, but DC Comics, like I feel like they have this one timeline that's really easy to follow. Like, and then Marvel's like, oh, we got a galactic event. Oh, it's back to normal. Another galactic event. Oh, back to normal. So I normally keep up with DC's easier. But X23. She has a circle of 4, so she can team up with Red Hulk very well. If she
That's a cool team up right there.
yeah. If she hasn't been moved or placed this turn, modify attack and damage by +1.
Oh, so they're sitters. No question. No, go ahead.
And then her next trait, she has a healing factor. She has toughness. At the beginning of your turn, if X23 has 2 action tokens, you can heal her 1 click. So she is a self-healer, which I love. She's 5 clicks, 50 points. That's a really good bargain. She has flurry, sidestep, and stealth. So she's meant to stay in your hindering terrain. She comes in, splashes you twice. She has blades on not all of her clicks, but on a lot of them. And she has a base 3 damage just in case you don't want to use the blades. She's good.
I was this close to having a migraine just now. I had to make sure it said opposing characters. That way somebody didn't just not move her and just shape change the shit out of her up on you.
Yeah. That would have been cool.
That would
have
have
been cool.
And I was like, oh hell.
They predicted.
I was like, thank God.
They knew Creed would try to do something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Question: when she's carried and dropped by somebody, does that affect?
Now, what was her rarity? She's an uncommon.
She's an uncommon.
Right? Uncommon.
Yeah. She doesn't have any special, like, if you drop her or things or anything like that.
That's what I'm saying. So it wouldn't be a move action if somebody dropped her off. So Red Hulk could drop her off, and she'd get her free.
Red Hulk can carry.
Oh, he sucks.
He can't carry?
Yeah, he can't carry. He's big and strong and everything. He can't
Okay,
carry.
so regular Hulk could drop her
he'll
off.
probably burn him
Yeah. That's
if
what
he's
it is.
carrying. Yeah.
Regular Hulk could drop her off, and she could do the no movement thing, right?
What do you mean by no movement thing?
They're getting the plus.
Oh, no, the thing
But
is,
it'd be a move
no,
that
the
she's
circle 4 is very specific. If this character has been moved or placed,
Okay.
so you can't like pick her up and her not take a move action. It'll still won't
This is
affect
me
her.
making sure everybody keywords on what the wording is. That's why I'm going to say it says, opposing.
Don't worry, Kree, I would catch you on it before you try that on me.
I know. I'm going to put it out there that way everybody hears it. That way they see it. That way if
Don't get played a fool, everyone.
Read the card.
Read the card.
All right.
why'd they put this word opposing in there?
Okay.
Because they meant it.
So here we got is the uncommon Doctor Doom. He's an uncommon.
And that's a nice fig too.
He's a nice fig. He's a unique. So you only can play one of him.
Right.
Um,
That's what that silver line is, right?
Yes.
Correct.
that is what that silver line.
time, baby.
Which means that you can't play him with another Doctor Doom.
Not this same Doom. You can play him with a different Doctor Doom.
Starter set Doom?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you just look at these two really quick, they're different. But
I'm different.
Doctor Doom is pretty cool. This one is 95 points or 45 points. This guy can play 300, 200, or 100 points. And they do different stuff. They got different, it's like different sides
A
of
lot
Doom.
different.
Now this guy, I really like him. I was really hoping we'd pull him and we did. He's got some cool traits. So he's a 95 point figure. And you can add 5 points to him and he gets this special trait called Why Do All of Your Robots Look Like You Again? When placing characters during game setup, you can place Dr. Doom on this card, so you take him off of the map, and you can generate 2 Doom bots in the starting area.
And that's for 5 points, right?
Yes, for 5 extra points.
Yeah.
This game, when a friendly Doom bot is KO'd, you may immediately place Dr. Doom from this card into their square.
Into the KO'd Doombot.
Yes.
Doombot comes off, he goes on.
And must do so if no other friendly Doombot is on the map.
If it's the last one, he has to appear.
And while Dr. Doom is on this card, Doombots can use leadership. So that's cool. So basically, you get the Doombots out there, and they are acting just like Doom. They pretty much represent Doom. And then when one of them gets KO'd, the real Doom
So
comes
for
out.
5
If you
points-
want to.
5
Yes.
points.
But
get
you
a
have to
bot.
do it if the second Doombot is KO'd.
You can also play like Doombots on your own as well.
Okay.
And those would count towards this trade as well.
And we haven't pulled any Doombots though.
No, not yet.
So
Now, the Doombot has to be a figure. It's not a token, correct?
Correct, it is a
Okay.
figure.
Okay.
It's a number 5.
Number
It's numbered, yep.
Okay.
And this guy is number 21. Okay, and his second trait, this is free. He's got leadership and mastermind. When Dr. Doom uses leadership and succeeds, instead of a normal effect, you can generate 1 Doombot. So he's another, not Pog, but he can
Another
generate.
figure generator.
He can generate some figures, and he's got some good values. He's got a 12 attack, pulse wave, 3 damage, outwit. He's indomitable, so he's got willpower, and he's got 7 clicks for 100 points. If you play him with the Doombots, if you just play him regular, he's 95 points.
I would automatically start 5 points. You're getting right off the bat.
Or you can play him at 45 points and give him a +5 to play him at 50. He gets 4 clicks. It just depends on where
Very
your play
versatile
style is.
character. Yeah, very versatile character. I like the whole swarming with the Doombots thing.
Yeah, that seems like a fun
So,
mechanic.
so just to repeat, how is it that he could generate those Doombots aside from the beginning of the game?
If he rolls leadership roll and succeeds, that means if he rolls leadership and he gets a 5 or 6 on that roll, he can generate 1 Doombot instead of taking a token off of a friendly character.
You see that? That's like extra points on the board. Even if it's just 5 points, it's just extra points on the board.
And the last but not least, my boy, Mr. Fantastic.
And I know you're happy about this pool.
This is good, and he's a different one than the other guy.
It's the same thing, just different colors, but he looks really nice, man.
This is the newer Fantastic Four from the comic that just came out in 2018. Fantastic Four #1. This is a great read. I really love the new run of the Fantastic Four, and his traits even like represent the new comic, and they did it well. He's got a 75 point value or a 60 point value. He's got 2 traits. Trait #1, to strand the Griever. I gotta explain this one because it's really cool. So he interacted with this cosmic being called the Griever, and the Griever can destroy universes. And they were trapped on this one last universe, and she was like threatening the shit out of this guy. And he was like, okay. He was like, all right, all I ask is that you let me bring my whole family. And she's like, all right, no problem. And that's when he brings all of the Fantastic Four like that's ever existed.
All of them.
But that's not all. This dude knew that if this girl can destroy everything, that means she did not have the ability to create anything because it would be contradictory. So what he did was he destroyed all of her ships because she came in all of these ships. And and he left 1 ship left. And really slick, he's like, I will destroy your last ship because I have it set to explode if you don't leave right now.
You like to destroy this place, that's great, but you gotta go with it.
Exactly. So she was like, I'm gonna get you back. That was slick, but I'm gonna get you back for that. And that's what this trait represents. So what it does is opposing characters within 4 squares in line of fire can't begin moving except during move actions. Wow. So that means characters within 4 squares can't use charge, can't use hypersonic, and they can't use running shots.
You have to physically step first.
Yeah.
Or anything.
So that is cool. Good job. Another trait he has, Return of the Fantastic Four. Friendly characters with the Fantastic Four keyword within 4 squares can use leadership. So he gives everybody leadership within 4 squares. So everybody can take tokens off each other. That would be really handy. And
so there's a theme here with the Fantastic Four. They all give each other traits.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you get the right 4 Fantastic Four, they all share traits, and you're just compounding each other.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is really good. That's a really good design for Fantastic Four.
It's a good benefit to make people want to play theme teams.
Yeah.
Because for a while people didn't care about it.
Yeah,
but
There's no benefits for it.
But now there's so many benefits.
Yeah.
And for his first 3 clicks, he can use Outwit with a range of 10, and he has protected Outwit, or at least that power has protected Outwit, so you can't take it away from him.
Does he have Codex?
This does not. This one doesn't have Codex because he's not the maker.
There you go.
But the maker is in this set, and he's a chase as well. The maker is Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe,
Yep.
and he decided to stay in the 616 universe, and he puts on this helmet, and he's called the Maker, and he's kind of like evil, anti-hero, but
Anti-hero.
Yeah, just a realist. All right, so we're gonna wrap this episode up. I see Creed is just ready to go, so that we have 2 booster boxes left for episode 5 and the final episode. And just so we can reiterate what's going on is this one booster box that we have here is a conspiracy theory by Creed, who says that in that particular spot in the brick,
It's
there should
normally
be a
is,
chase or a.
But
or
we've
something
already,
like that.
we've already got a
We've
chase,
already
but
pulled a chase, but there's a possibility where we get multiple chases, and we're hoping that that's.
That would be
that
so
they-
awesome.
We're hoping that conspiracy theory is legit.
And even if it's not, it's been fun.
Yeah, definitely. So we got 2 boosters left. That'll be for episode 5. Thank you everyone for checking us out.
Yes.
So episode 4 is done. Peace out. See you
All right.
next episode.